Welcome to ECN Trade Daily Video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration. Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you very much for joining me. To open today's webinar, the Australian dollar weakness continues as a fresh 4-week low is recorded overnight of 73.35. In the current weakness, since the rejection of 75.25, the market now looks towards that 73.10.20 level, and a break beneath there will give further exposure towards a 72.50 and then lower towards 71.40.80, which is the view I have in the coming weeks. Towards 71.40.80 probably won't be seen until the end of the month. However, in the current pattern that we're seeing over the last couple of days, the market is accelerating to the downside, and a break of 73.10 will give that exposure towards that 71 region. Looking towards the top side, resistance now comes in at 73.80.90. Well, the euro dollar overnight takes out the support of 104.70 and records a fresh low of 103.66, which was last seen around 2003 in January. In light of the current pattern, further weakness is seen. Now with the low respecting the support of 103.45.60, I anticipate this level to give way and then open way towards 102.70 and then the objective of 102.40.70. From the break of 104.70 does give that confirmation to 102. Reassess from there, as the market could even be going lower down towards the region of 95, but that call has not quite been completed yet. Looking towards the top side, resistance comes in at 104.65.70 and higher towards 105.20.25. Dollar yen still persisting to rally on after recording a fresh 11-month high, which was seen at 118.65. In light of the current pattern, support now comes in at 117.60, and while intact at 116.80, I expect to see a move up towards 119.120. In the light of the weakness returning sub 116.80, I would expect to see a pullback towards 115.25.40, but this looks unlikely given to the fact that the market is strong. However, there is some divergence here. You've got a peak here from this peak and then a lower indicator as the market's rallying. So I am seeing some divergence here, but not strong. So the market's only got about 150 points left on the top side before a retest to the downside. Sterling overnight breaks lower after the Bank of England held its benchmark interest rate steady at 0.25, and with the weakness we saw a low of 123.66, respecting that support, 123.74, respecting that support of 123.60. Now a break beneath that level would give further exposure towards a target of 122.10, and then underneath 122.10 gives the flash crash lows around 120 to down to 118. Resistance on the day is seen minor at 124.60 and then 125.10.20. Gold going lower overnight records a fresh low of 11.22, and since the break of 11.50 I still hold my objective down towards that level of 10.50. In light of the current pattern, you can see here over the period of 6 weeks, the market is still very much heavily in a downtrend. And look at the ADX still posting firmly, as well as the MACD still declining. So it's unlikely to see any change in the near term until we see a rejection from that 10.50, with the immediate support now coming in at 11.20, and a break beneath 11.10 will give the trigger to the downside. Not much to report on oil, very much holding in a consolidation overnight, considering how the market reacted at the beginning of the week. At the moment, I'm holding the view towards 49.60 and reassess from there, with the resistance coming in at 53.60. So that wraps up my daily video. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you have a great day and a great weekend that's about to commence.